I would like to just a PSA for listeners. I promise you, we will talk. We have a 4-hour show, okay? Sometimes the way things break, you call hot routes, you move things around. You want to give something its correct allotted amount of time. And we have not talked about something yet this morning, primarily because Josh Pate had to go at 6:30, and then we had a Virginia Tech guest at 7:15.
Yeah, kind of changed the whole show.
Kind of just, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
4:30 in the morning.
Guess what? We got 2 more hours to go. And now it is time to talk about what happened last night.
Ball fake into Kobe. Checked by Avdia. Down to 5. Down to 4. Game on the line right here. He takes Murray. He ducks under. Vooch for the win.
Voochie Maine has done it again. Put some respect on Voochie Maine's name. Bang, bang, bang. Late game killer. We're coming back to Chicago. We're coming back home. The Cardiac Bulls do it again. We had a cardiac arrest in the third, but we're back. Oh my goodness.
Kind of went Gus Johnson on us there. That was the Bulls Chicago Sports Network. Stacey King is the color man. Who we played. Who was the gal? What was the line?
I'm coming home, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, that's who. That's
home.
Right. So that was, we were curious what his call was going to sound like last night. And what a day. I mean, just let's try and take a brief moment to try and wrap our minds around what has happened and transpired in the last 24 to 36 hours around this organization. You get the update from Jason Quick 2 days ago that Scoot Henderson has not started any sort of physical activity yet.
Doesn't seem close.
Does not seem close, and so I think we're all punting that until January. We know that they're banged up. We know that Robert Williams isn't going to play in the second of a back-to-back. We know that Drew Holiday is currently banged up. He's got a calf injury. And then out of nowhere yesterday, it's, hey, by the way, you know who else isn't going to be in the lineup tonight? You know, one of the guys who's been, going on for 30 for you recently and one of the few scorers that you can count on. Shaedon Sharpe is now hurt too, Bob. He's now out and getting evaluated. Misses the game last night. So I go into last night thinking, oh, God, this is going to be a disaster. Like, who is playing? They got a guy playing off the bench with an afro that I've never heard of before. Who is that little point guard that had a couple of dunks? Who is that cat?
Javante Cook?
Yeah. Has he been on the team all year?
He's a two-way guy. He was
like, who the hell is this guy?
He was brought in at the end of camp, and then he was let go, but then they just re-signed him to the two-way.
Well, because they clearly need more bodies, and they need another guard that can score. And it got off to an okay start, and then things just snowballed from there. There was a moment in the I can't remember if it was late third, early fourth, but Caleb Love had a break. He stole
the ball. It was late third.
Late third, has
dunk.
a steal, has a breakaway shot, and you're like, all right, here comes Caleb Love. Let's go, baby. He whiffs the dunk off the backboard or off the rim, and it leads to as he's laying on the floor getting helped up by Joe Cronin after biffing the dunk, a wide open three the other way for Chicago because they're playing 5-on-4, and I think it was Giddey that knocked down the three. And it was at that moment I thought to myself, this game's over. They're not coming back from this. And then they, at one point in the fourth quarter, go on a 40-7 run, I believe?
I think it was
32-7. 32-7 run, and then here's how it sounded on Portland's broadcast.
Breaking forward is White. Comes off the screen to Herter. Murray in defensive posture. White into the lane. Kick it outside. Vucevic for the win. Got it.
Got it.
Nikola Vucevic with the threes. Been hot all year from out there in this game as well. Chicago wins it 122-121 in shocking fashion.
So I've just kind of opened the bottle of wine here. Let's let it breathe. I'll let you choose. Like, what is the bigger story for you right now? Is it the latest injury news that now Shaedon Sharpe is getting further evaluation about what his calf is looking like? The comeback where you're like, man, that was really impressive. The heartbreaking loss. Like, what is the biggest story right now?
Well, let's give a live look in at Blazer fan once that shot went in by Vucevic. And that wasn't a good whoa.
No.
That was devastating. To go on a 32-7 run to outscore a team by 15 points in the fourth quarter.
They were dead in the water. That game was over.
To only lose the game at the literal buzzer
because you can't make your free throws in the last 90 seconds of the game.
Yeah,
Look,
Jeremy and Denny both
missed
pairs. Had they made both of those, it's
you win the game. You play the foul game and you win the game.
Well, I want to give an appreciation to the broadcast here. I love what they're doing this year. They've put the percentage with the big number around them at the free throw line.
That is nice. Yeah,
I like that. That's good. But you're seeing 86 and 84, and you're like, oh, these guys are. Oh, you missed.
Oh, what?
Like does everybody else hear the same thing in your head when a Blazer misses the free throw?
You've got to make your free throws.
We're all hearing the same thing in our brains. And last night was just inexcusable at the line. What did they finish? They finished 21 of 32. They shot
That's so bad.
66%
That is so
from the
bad.
free throw line. They continue to suck from three.
Yeah.
Look, Tamani was better for them last night. 2 of 8 from 3 again. He cannot shoot right now. He's in a real slump, and you didn't have Shaden.
They had a graphic up that was the first game. What did they say? With a triple-double and a player with 20 rebounds since like 1986?
Yeah. And that's supposed to be a good graphic if you have a win, because
Yes.
Donovan was great last night.
He was so good last night.
It's a kick in the junk. The takeaway for me isn't necessarily even the game. Like, the game is what it is. I thought they were going to get blown out, and up until like the 8-minute mark of the fourth quarter, it looked like that was the case, right? They fought back, and Chicago was able to pull out a win.
Caleb Love is your 7th man right now. That tells you where you're at health-wise.
We were critical yesterday, but I thought we were fairly critical. It wasn't this is never going to work, and there's no excuse. It was just like some of this and some of that. We know they're devastated. The Shaden news yesterday is the biggest kick to your junk.
That is brutal, man.
Not that he just missed the game. Like, okay, you have a guy out right now with calf soreness. Now he is getting evaluated. The report was that he was just going to miss yesterday.
Right, so like just maintenance. He's a little sore. Give him the night off.
And then it turned into internally they need to evaluate where he's at. And to me, that is terrifying to hear. He's a $90 million player. And I'm just going to roll him out tomorrow unless everything comes back all clear and it was a rest. But for the most part, when that report comes out, that makes me think maybe a week or 2 or more, and they're just not in a position where they can survive this.
No. I mean, you're staring down the barrel of injuries derailing your season before it even gets off of the runway.
100. I think
because
you're already there.
You can dig yourself enough of a hole and then try and get healthy in the second half, but it might be too little too late. And you want to be fair. Like, I'm not going to kill him for losing the game last night.
No, I'm not going to.
I mean, it was the perfect encapsulation of in the first quarter, they get off to a good start because their starters are playing. Second quarter, kind of you let it slip a little bit. Now you're losing at halftime because you just have nobody off. Caleb Love had to play 18 minutes last night. You know what Caleb Love went from the floor last night? You guys look at his box score.
Was it 2 for 14?
All I saw was he was a minus 20.
He was a minus 20 for the game. He went 1 of 12, 0 of 7 from 3, which, I mean, you need somebody to take shots. I'm not criticizing him. The point is, if I would have told you on draft night he's the second guy off the bench for you, how are we feeling about the way the team's playing?
Well, I assume we don't have a point guard.
Right? Like, what the hell has transpired to get us to this point? So, like, I'm not killing him for losing the game last night. It just, we are encroaching upon very dangerous territory of a season that felt hopeful and optimistic 2 weeks in of like, man, they're playing hard, and I don't know where they're going to go, and maybe they're a playing team, maybe they're not, but look at the effort, look at the intensity, look at the way guys are gelling together. Like, this is a lot of fun. Sans your head coach getting arrested by the FBI. Now it's like, oh my God, we're relying on guys who are on two-way contracts. Young Hansen, who is a development project, is now having to play minutes, especially in back-to-backs, because you don't really have anybody else.
They didn't, I mean, look, Donovan was great. They didn't really treat him last night as a guy they wanted to give minutes to.
No, they did not. It was more of a, we just need another body at some point.
Donovan had to get a breather at some point. He played 34.
He played 34 minutes, and you could take it the other way and focus on the positive, because like Denny doing what he did last night was really impressive, and he was great in the fourth quarter. To have a triple-double, like, that's something I don't want to take for granted. His good season is continuing.
Yeah.
Grant, they needed somebody to step in and be a scorer. He was a scorer for them and really carry them offensively throughout times, especially in that first half. The positive side of this storyline was Donovan clinging to me last night. Like, he dominated the fourth quarter. Here's one of his plays that should have been an icing on the cake.
Avia with it, checked by Okoro. They widen the floor. Denny steps right, moves left. In he comes, sets up Klingon beneath the rim, reverses and scores. Andy is fouled. He heads to the line with the Blazers in the lead. An incredible comeback here in the fourth quarter for the Blazers.
Yeah, I thought when he got that,
it felt like game over, right?
It had a vibe to it. Yeah, for sure it did.
He had 21 rebounds, 10 offensive boards. How many second chance points did he lead to in that fourth quarter?
Yeah.
Whether it was himself putting it back or he had multiple times with awesome feeds to somebody for an easy dunk.
He was lying on the floor, made that bounce pass.
He did the
took
goggles
over the
after.
game.
He did the goggles.
Like,
when he
more
gave
of that,
pass.
please. So there are positives in the midst of it, but the caution tape is up right now of what the hell is this going to look like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, the bench, if your bench is Chris Murray, Wap Reef, Young Hansen, Caleb Love, and Javonte Cook, you're not going to win a whole lot of your games. Here's the good part for them, okay, if there is one. That bottom of the West is such dog crap. And I mean, it's bad, dude. They're a game above Utah right now in that play-in area, right? Memphis they're sinking like a stone. They've lost 5 straight games, and we're close to this, but they've lost 5 straight games. Ja doesn't want to be there. Triple J can't not foul out. Dallas is another disaster, and a report came out yesterday. Kyrie might not come back now for issues not related to basketball. What does that mean? Anthony Davis might be traded. We know that's a disaster. The Kings are a joke, and the Pelicans are awful. So you're still going to be, despite how bad this is, right in that 10 or flirting with 10 territory. I just don't know how long they can keep going this way. You can make an argument they shouldn't have been in the position to win that game last night, given what the score was. But you cannot miss opportunities. And last night, missing 7 free throws between Jeremy and Denny and 11 total. Yeah, dude, you're going to cost yourself those rare opportunities. That would have been an amazing win for them because of their situation.
Yes.
Instead, they're 6-9 on the year, and they've lost 4 straight games. So I don't know where this goes, but the Shaden news is the most devastating part of all of yesterday. The Bulls are a decent team. They blew a lead. Blazers played well at the end, but they gave it away. It's the injuries. They continue to mount to a point where we'll see where this goes the next week or so, because I know a lot of people here locally, like, it's football season. I totally understand that. Not everybody's watching all these games. But for the diehards out there, or the people that do love the season even during football season, I kind of worry about, like, does this become, like you said, one of those, like, hey, maybe it's a step in the right direction seasons versus we're going to forget this one.
It's a failure to launch. Like, you don't even leave the runway.
So there's a little bit to that because of the injury situation, yeah.
Your thoughts are welcome, 503-864-6326. That is the fan text line. We're also, you can throw them in the YouTube chat as well. Talk a little bit more about this. Some thoughts are coming in on just where they're at. Devastating loss last night. To almost have a great comeback where they were dead in the water. You're thinking, I was on the brink of turning the game off, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it till one more media timeout. They're down by 20. They're not winning this game. And then they went on an 8-0 run, and it's like, all right, I guess I'll stick around a little bit longer, and it kept going. Damn near won the game. Chicago hits the game winner.